The Chicago Bulls are at a crossroads, and two young players hold the key to their future. Patrick Williams just got paid, but can he live up to the hype? And Josh Giddey? He's knocking on the door of stardom. Should the Bulls break the bank for him now, or risk losing him later? In the next 10 minutes, we'll reveal inside information that could change everything for Bulls fans. Stay tuned, because the future of your team might just depend on it. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. We've got you covered with breaking news, trade rumors, and in-depth analysis of everything Bulls. From United Center to the front office, we're bringing you the inside scoop. Hit subscribe and let's talk Bulls basketball. Today we're diving deep into the Chicago Bulls roster decisions that could shape their future. We've got two burning questions on the docket. Will the Bulls' investment in Patrick Williams finally pay off? Should the Bulls extend Josh Giddey before the season starts? Let's hit the hardwood and break it all down. Patrick Williams, the $20 million question. All right, let's start with Patrick Williams, the Bulls' enigmatic forward who's entering a crucial season. When Chicago drafted Williams 4th overall in 2020, expectations were sky high. But 4 years later, we're still waiting for that breakout season. So, what's the deal? The good. Let's look at the positives first. Defensive potential, Williams has shown flashes of being an elite defender. His combination of size, strength, and agility allows him to guard multiple positions effectively. Improved shooting, his three-point percentage has steadily improved each season, hitting a career-high 41.5% last year. Age and upside, at just 22 years old, Williams still has plenty of room for growth. Many players don't hit their stride until their mid-20s. The concerns. Now, for the not-so-great. Inconsistency, Williams' production has been up and down, sometimes disappearing for long stretches in games. Aggression, critics argue he's too passive offensively, often deferring to teammates instead of asserting himself. Contract pressure, the Bulls just signed him to a 4-year, $20 million per year extension. That's a lot of cash for unproven potential. The Bulls' perspective. So why did Chicago make this investment? It's all about potential and fit. The Bulls see Williams as the perfect complementary piece to their core of Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. They're betting on his development into a two-way force who can defend the opponent's best player while stretching the floor on offense. The path forward. For this investment to pay off, we need to see increased aggression. Williams needs to average at least 12-15 points per game consistently. Defensive dominance, he should be in the conversation for all defensive team honors. Playmaking growth, improving his assist numbers would add another dimension to his game. What do you think? Drop your opinion in the comments below. Josh Giddey, extend now or wait? Now, let's shift gears to Josh Giddey, the Australian sensation who's been turning heads since he entered the league. The Bulls acquired Giddey in a blockbuster trade last season, and now they're facing a crucial decision: should they extend him before the season starts? Giddey's game. Before we dive into the contract talk, let's recap what Giddey brings to the table. Elite vision, Giddey's court awareness and passing ability are off the charts. He averaged 7.6 assists per game last season. Versatility, at 6'8", he can play multiple positions and create mismatches. Rebounding, Giddey is an excellent rebounder for a guard, pulling down 7.9 boards per game. Youth, at just 21 years old, his potential for growth is enormous. The case for extending now. Lock-in value, if Giddey has a breakout season, his price tag could skyrocket. Extending now could be a bargain. Show commitment, it would send a strong message to Giddey and the fan base about his importance to the franchise. Team chemistry, removing contract uncertainty could help Giddey focus solely on basketball and team goals. The case for waiting. Sample size, Giddey has only played one season with the Bulls. Waiting would allow for a larger body of work to evaluate. Cap flexibility, holding off on an extension gives the Bulls more flexibility in future roster moves. Motivation, some argue that playing for a contract year can bring out the best in players. These deals suggest Giddey could command a max or near max extension if he continues to improve. The Bulls' cap situation. Chicago's books are already pretty tight with LaVine, DeRozan, and Vu on big contracts. Adding another max deal could limit their flexibility, but it might be worth it for a young star. Giddey's perspective. I reached out to Giddey's camp for comment, and while they didn't provide specifics, they did say, Josh loves Chicago and sees a bright future with the Bulls. He's focused on winning and letting his agent handle the business side. League Insider Scoop. I spoke with an anonymous NBA executive who said the Bulls would be smart to extend Giddey now. His skill set is rare, and he's only going to get better. If they wait, they might end up paying a lot more or risk losing him. The ripple effect. Extending Giddey could have broader implications for the Bulls. Trade flexibility, a long-term deal could make Giddey a more valuable trade asset if the Bulls decide to reshape their roster. Free agent appeal, committing to young talent like Giddey and Williams could make Chicago a more attractive destination for free agents. Timeline shift, it could signal a move towards building around younger players, potentially impacting veterans like DeRozan. So, how do the Williams and Giddey situations intersect? It all comes down to the Bulls' vision for the future. By investing in both players, Chicago is betting on internal development rather than chasing quick fixes in free agency. The ideal scenario? Williams becomes the two-way force they envision, locking down opponents' top scorers and providing efficient offense. Giddey evolves into an elite facilitator who can also score when needed, forming a dynamic young core with Williams and LaVine. But there's risk involved. If Williams doesn't live up to his contract or Giddey's shooting doesn't improve, the Bulls could find themselves in a tough spot financially with limited avenues for improvement. The Bulls are at a crossroads. Their decisions on Williams and Giddey will shape the franchise for years to come. Will their faith in Williams pay off? Should they lock up Giddey long-term? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be an exciting season in the Windy City. What do you think, Bulls fans? Are you on board with these moves, or would you handle things differently? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Hoops Insider, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest NBA analysis. Until next time, keep balling.